All right, Kiss Army, welcome to the KissFAQ podcast. Thank you for giving us your time today and letting us into your head. I hope we don't do any damage. We're just a bunch of Kiss fans and we talk Kiss. So come along for the ride, you've got nothing to lose.
Hey guys, this is Ken from the KissFAQ podcast. There's a thing going around, not any colds or flu or anything, but there is a Kiss vinyl tag that's been going around since sometime in January that was created by Kiss Army Things podcast. I think it's Xander created it, started it, and there's been a number of them going around, so I thought I would go ahead and do the Kiss vinyl tag for the KissFAQ. So, without further ado, we'll get through this hopefully pretty quickly. I won't go on too long. First of all, number one, we have the amplifier start to hum, show any live Kiss record. So I'm going to show a Kiss live record and Kiss Alive 2. This one was my actual first Kiss record I ever bought. This is the actual one. Back I bought it in '77 when I first got into Kiss. That was it. After this one, after bringing it home and listening to the album and seeing the centerfold here, gatefold cover, boy, that was it for me. So great cover. Always loved the Blood, Gene Simmons, and just a fantastic album. I guess my favorite Kiss live album, probably because it was the first. All right, number two, Your Lightning's All I Need. Show a copy of any Ace Frehley album in honor of the Spaceman, of course. And I'm going to show Frehley's Comet, the first album after leaving Kiss after The Elder. And he wasn't on Creatures, of course, but he was around at that time doing publicity for it, but he was never on the album or anything like that, or on the live tour. So anyway, Frehley's Comet, we waited a long time for this one to come. This one's kind of cool. This is a repress, and it has I wonder when it came out, but it was a limited edition sky blue marble, and it actually looks pretty cool. If you take a look there, yeah, pretty nice pressing. Hey, what do you want? I have the original, but this is a repress, and represses are okay. Some of them, a lot of them don't sound as good as the original, but that's the way it goes. All right, so number three, let's get moving here. Pictures Only Begun. Show your favorite Kiss picture disc vinyl. Okay, well, this one is probably not official. Because there was an Argentinian, Hotter Than Hell, that had the cover of this picture disc, actually. And I have that, too. I actually have it. But here it is, this picture disc, which is like a collage of the posters from the Kiss solo albums from '78. But this album is actually Kiss Hotter Than Hell. So this is kind of a bootleg, kind of, I don't know what you call it. But it's kind of my favorite picture disc. Here's the back side of it. It's cool. But I do have the Argentinian repress, which was the Hotter Than Hell, and it did have that kind of cover like this. So, and I really like that one. I think it's cool. But this, I love the idea of them, that they did that and put that all together. Okay, number four, Tomorrow and Tonight. Which Kiss record do you play the most? This is kind of difficult. But I so many. But I find myself playing this album, not this particular, but that version, but This is a pre-press of it. It's well, not pre-press. It's a first press of Japan of Lick It Up, where they had the wraparound cover. But Lick It Up is the album that I seem to play the most. So yeah, it's the Lick It Up album. I seem to keep going back to this. I really love this album. I don't know what it is. It's just a good album. What are you going to say? It's a headbanger and great rockin' songs. It's the most metal, I guess, Kiss has ever been in their career, in my opinion. All right, next, what do we have? Number 5, Love 'Em and Leave 'Em. Which Kiss record do you play the least? Okay. Well, the record I play the least is Monster. I don't know what to say. It's well played, well done. Production's not good, but I think the problem here is Kiss was not trying to write Kiss songs. They were writing songs that kind of in honor of their influences and that sort of thing, um, as kind of a tribute or homage, I think, in a way. Uh, it's really not an attempt to write true Kiss songs. It's, a homage kind of thing, I guess, to their influences and stuff like that, like Zeppelin and MC5 and so on. So anyway, it just doesn't feel like a true Kiss album to me, and that's probably why I play it the least. Even though you could say the Elder doesn't feel like, but I love the Elder, and it still feels like Kiss did something. Not to play like anybody else necessarily. It was Kiss doing a concept. That's all that was. So anyway, Kiss Monster for that. Next, let's see here. Number 6, When Lightning Strikes. Show a Kiss record you couldn't believe you found in person. Well, there's a number of them, but there's a lot of different things. But this one is I went to there was a record import store back in 82, 83 period, early 80s, that I would go to, that had opened and not too far away. And they had these import records. It's like, wow, we didn't see these in our normal record stores. This is all coming from England and so on, Germany and whatnot. But this was at the Creatures time when this came out. It is the Kiss Double Groove record, which has the double groove where it can play one song or the other, depending on how you put the needle on the record on side A. Now, side B, or the other side, there's no songs or anything, but there's a signature. You can kind of see the signature. There's Paul Stanley signature etched in. So all the signatures of the band were etched in there. So I thought that was cool. And plus the double groove thing, it's a novelty, but it's cool. It would either play Creatures of the Night or Rock and Roll All Night, the live version. So I like that. There's another number of records I bought at that import store at the same time, Creatures stuff. Okay, next. All the Way. Show the Kiss record you must listen to all the way through. Okay, well, that was probably an easy one. I mean, I probably listened to most of them all the way through anyway. But definitely Rock and Roll Over. Probably my favorite Kiss record. Even though I maybe listen to Look It Up more or something. This is my favorite. Just how they should sound on record, recorded. It sounding kind of live, but not being live. That's the way they should be recorded, and that's how they should sound, in my opinion. So yeah, this is an actual promotional copy of this one. So That's the one. Play it all the way through. If you have it, yes, play it all the way through. Okay, number 8. Money can really take you far. Show a Kiss record that you bought for cheap, but is actually worth more. Um, there was one I sold recently, which is that Dress to Kill red vinyl that they only pressed about 300 of them. I had sold it. I got that for cheap, and I did, but I don't have it anymore, so I can't show it. So I'm going to show Destroyer Japanese pressing in the 2000s, 200-gram vinyl. It sounds really, really good. Got it for a good price years ago. Lower. It's not easy to find. I don't know how many they pressed, but this one sounds really, really good. It's a great pressing. And yeah, it's 200-gram vinyl. Maybe that's a novelty. I don't know. I found a 200-gram Love Gun. And if you can find it, I would suggest you buy it. It's a Love Gun that was from Italy, Preston, Italy, a few years back. Hard and Heavy, as one of those hard and heavy things. That might be the best sounding. Look it up, or not look it up, but Love Gun I've heard. But anyway, this is a good one to get if you can find it. All right. Next is, and we were just talking about Love Gun a little bit. All Hell's Breaking Loose. Show a rare vintage misprint bootleg etc record. So this is going to be in the category of misprint. This is the Kiss Love Gun, and it's one that was not the first. 501 pressing, has the barcode label there, and you have the songs on the record. Let's see here. What's the misprint in this record? Okay. Yeah, see, this is not a first print. It's a later pressing, 80s, I think, early 80s. And what do we got here? Oh, this is kind of weird, right? Side B. What does everybody know side B as for Love Gun? What does it start off with? What? Love Gun, right? Well, no. It says, I can read this thing here. Got Love for Sale. Followed by Almost Human, Hooligan. Then She Kissed Me, and then Love Gun at 5. But that's wrong. Love Gun's number 1. And think Got Love for Sale should be on side 1 or A. So let's see what's on side A. I Still Your Love, Christine 16, Plaster. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Plaster Caster is not side 1, number 3. It should be on side B. So kind of, I think that's why I bought this. Because of its weirdness of that, though the tracks actually are correct as they play. It's just the labels that are on this record. Those labels are wrong, incorrectly labeled. The song orders and the song side and all that sort of thing. So just a weird anomaly. Sorry for the pun there on that one. Ace puns. All right, number 10. Wrap it up here. You're All That I Want. What Kiss record is currently at the top of your want list? I'm not sure. I think I would like a Japanese picture disc of Gene Simmons, the one that has the poster kind of image, his poster on the B side. And he has the face on the A side. That one would be one. Otherwise, I'm gonna say, if not that, I'm gonna say the next album, the next Kiss album. So we can all hope that somehow Kiss can create another Kiss album, because I don't think Monster is the way you want to leave off, go out and as part of their recording career. I think they can do better than that. And I'm sure they can do better than that. So if possible, I would like to see that. Anyway, that's it. That's the KISS Final Tag from the KissFAQ podcast. We'll have another many podcasts coming for you as usual. So thank you for joining me today, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for spending time listening to the KissFAQ podcast today. All sales are final. There are no refunds. If you'd like, look us up on Facebook or come over to the message board and discuss the topics we've broadcast today. Don't forget to hit subscribe wherever you've listened to this show, and a like would very much be appreciated. We hope you'll join us again, but until then, remember, life's a radio. Turn it up to 10.